So you just spawn as a guard on the Riverside map and you have no clue what to do? This 5-minute guide should get you started with the bare minimum info needed to be an asset to your team. So when we're getting out of the spawn here, what we can see here is that we're standing in building number 2. The whole Riverside map consists of 2 buildings, which we can see here. If we head to this window, and these 2 buildings are connected through a bridge that connects the 2 buildings. We are standing and spawning in building number 2. The opposing team will start all of them in building number 1, trying to breach into our building. There are 3 or 4 main access routes where you can get into the building. One of them is through the docks and the water subsequently. One of them is through the bridge in the middle. One of them is through the vents in the middle, which you will see from the intruder's perspective afterwards. And the last major route that you can take as an intruder to get into our building is the gardens. You can either try to prevent the intruders from taking these routes, or you go back to the spawn and try to protect the objectives, which are 2 cases located on our side of the building. So we're back at the spawn. If we head just a little bit ahead and then get into Lab A, which is this room over here, we can see the first objective case over here. If we head back to the spawn, and now instead of turning to the left into Lab A, we go to the right and then 1 floor down. We will find in the basement over here, just under our spawn, the server room. The server room consists of the second objective case, which we can also protect. A viable strategy for you as a guard could be to patrol the route between these 2 cases, just to prevent the intruders and to make sure that you are a big help. This is enough to get you started as a guard. Now let's head on over to the intruder side. So we just spawned as an intruder, and our goal right now is to steal one of the 2 cases and get out of there with the case onto an extraction point. We can do this through multiple ways. Let me show you one possibility. So the first one that we can do is we go through the middle here, straight through the bridge, because right now we're in building number 1. We could also go up there, but the path is essentially the same. Remember our trusty Lab A? This is where it is. From here you could take the case and jump either into the water through any of those points, or you could go through the gardens, which are over there, and behind that corner there is the last extraction point. This will apply now to all the routes that we are taking. Okay, here's the second option that you have. You could go through the gardens. Let's turn around and look at this window. This is one possible way to enter the garden. This is the other extraction point that we could bring the case to. We can now enter the building through the basement over here in this shaft. Or we can access the top of the building by jumping onto these rocks. Now we're having access to the left side of this building. Over there is Lab A for reference, and also the spawn of the guards. Or we could go here to the balcony, into the area through the band's bathroom, for instance, which is in the second. And we're back at our trusty Lab A to steal one of the cases. A third option that you have is to go through the water. You can shoot, for instance, this window out here, or take the vines in the back of the building to enter. If you use this route, you can optionally use this ladder here to access either the basement, where the server room is, or go straight to Lab A again. I'll show you the access path to the server room. And from here, as normal, you would steal the case and then try to exit either through the garden or the docks. The last major route that you can take as an intruder is through the vents. So if you head on out here, jump down or use the stairs, get behind this desk and then head in through this door. Open the vent and then crawl through. We are now accessing the vents below the bridge in the middle that connects the two buildings. So this can be a very good sneaky way on getting into the guards building to get access directly to the server room where we will drop out. So this cover is sometimes locked, sometimes you have to lockpick it, but if you get it open, you're at the second case. And there you have it, folks. A rough breakdown of the Riverside map. You're now equipped to protect these cases with great skill and great knowledge. As intruders, you now have some options also to get these cases out of the clutches of the guards and hopefully bring them back to safety. This is Sir Snipington. Thank you very much for watching. I see you next time.